Hello, everyone. Hello. The multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little. Okay. Welcome back to the deep dive into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because to be real, the multiverse has always existed. Let's talk about that for a second, right? This is going to be a long review. Oh, we'll get to the best part before we even dive into this, man. We're going back into 616. That's right. We're diving back into Earth 616. Earth 616. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Doctor Strange happens in 2017. If I'm not wrong, 2017. Because it's next to Thor Ragnarok, then I would say, I think, in my opinion, Ant-Man and the Wasp, not Quantumania, sorry, scratched almost saying Quantumania. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I believe happens, yeah, it takes place roughly before Infinity War. Then you can place the end credit scene in Infinity War between Endgame. There you go, you have your answer. We'll dive back into where the timeline fits together in a second here. I gotta look at my playlist of my movie reviews on my channel real quick, so I gotta look through them. I have to see which ones I've already done that fit into Phase 3 before Doctor Strange. Right, okay, here we go. Yeah, the timeline with every single title, I'm not just talking the MCU, no, we're talking all the timelines, the variant timelines. You get my point, it's a lot. It's a lot. We're not even close to being done because the MCU is now steamrolling ahead. Fuck, a month away from Captain America 4. That's gonna be insane. So we've already covered Black Panther and Civil War before then. This would come before Venom in the timeline. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot. So we've already done Captain America: The First Avenger, X-Men: Apocalypse, Spider-Man 1 and 2, Punisher, Spider-Man 3, Iron Man 2, The Avengers, Amazing Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain America 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Avengers and Avengers: Age of Ultron, my bad, Captain America: Civil War, Black Panther, Venom, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers Endgame. I gotta change the order of the timeline. You can roughly say it happens in between Infinity War and Endgame, roughly. You could say that. You could say that, okay? You could say that. For right now, let's just... if you put it in between Infinity War and Endgame, I don't blame you. It happens roughly together, so... realistically, it could be in between. Then we have Spider-Man No Way Home, Morbius, Doctor Strange 2, Black Panther 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Logan. That's the ones I've done so far. That totals at 26, about to be 27. And I got a message. Hold on. Ooh. Hold on. Answering message. I'm sorry. This is random with me. I do shit randomly when I'm in a review. We get back to it. You know my rhythm here. Okay. Just a second. Oops. There we go. Oh, come on. Damn phone is stupid. Hold on. The link when it's done. Okay, here we go. Alright, so where was I? Oh, yes. Of reviews to still happen. Let's actually get into that. Let's do a little spoiler. Let's do a little spoiler of the coming season videos. So we're not going to have Doctor Strange. Next I have planned up is Thor: The Dark World. Next is Punisher: Warzone, Spider-Man: Far From Home, Ant-Man, X-Men: Wolverine, X2, X-Men United, Thor: Ragnarok, Thor, Iron Man 3, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Guardians of the Galaxy. I have those planned out. I still have to do Love and Thunder. You know what? Let's go to the list of the ones I still have to do. Let's go there too. So I planned out 13, including this one that's 13 now, about to be 12 more. The ones we still have to do, ladies and gentlemen, the ones I still have to do. is X-Men First Class, Days of Future Past, Dark Phoenix, X-Men 2000, Blade 2, the one that came out in 2000, X-Men, whatever the fuck you want to say, Daredevil Director's Cut, X2, X-Men United. Alright, so I already... Hold on. I gotta make sure I still keep this pretty much on point. Elektra, Director's Cut, fair. Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider. Haven't done Ghost Rider, haven't even done Blade. Fantastic Four 2, The Incredible Hulk, Ghost Rider 2. Iron Man 3, already marked that one. Already marked that one in Phase 2, okay. Then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Fantastic Four 2015. Did I forget Guardians 3? I forgot Guardians 3. So, Guardians 3, Black Widow, Deadpool, Deadpool 2, Super Duper Cut. Way better version, in my opinion, of the movie. Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals, Venom 2, Thor Love and Thunder, Ant-Man the Wasp, Quantumania, The New Mutants. So, I'd say Guardians 3 is definitely on that list now. Okay. I haven't seen the Marvels, except for the end credit scene. Marvels is not talks about it. I don't even know if it's good. I don't want to know because, honestly, the end credit scene to me is the best part of the movie, and that says a lot about it. That says a lot, right? That's a whole other discussion for another day. Anywho's, yeah, we still have the multiversal variant timeline movies in there. We're getting those done eventually. Oh, I gotta sit up. Oh, there we go. I know I'm not wearing a Marvel shirt. I'm wearing Batman. I don't fucking care. Background. Background lights. Yeah, I themed this as best I could. And I got a fireplace going. It's comfy. It's cozy. Get with it. I'm like, get with it. Okay, so let's dive into the summary a little bit here, and then we'll dive deeper into the plot. As we all know, Doctor Strange's story, he was a brilliant neurosurgeon, very arrogant, very prideful, very egotistical. He gets in a bad car accident and he loses the use of his hands. Right? Hold on, coffee. Ooh, there we go, that's better. Oh, yeah, that's better. That's thinking juice right there. Can't do a review without coffee. I'm sorry, but I just can't. I'm sorry, got a little full frontal there for a minute. So sorry about that. Okay, thusly, he has to seek out the mystic arts, which he does. And, you know... Hold on, I'm reading through here my script here. Right, he failed at many attempts before then. Ultimately, seeking out the mystic arts was the end goal here, which he didn't know he had because it's destined that he becomes the Sorcerer Supreme, right? He eventually loses that title to Wong, as we all know. Hold on 1 second. Yes, the Ancient One and Mordho take him in. Ancient One teaches him. He's trained and, you know, very much to become the Sorcerer Supreme. She is guiding him as well. There's many more to this we will get into. We'll even dive into connections in What If and my theories of how this could have gone very differently. Hold on. And you know what to do now. To get things started. Grab your bong, your bowl, your pipe, your pen, blur joints, spark it up, and pack that bong. Where's everyone else's place in this grand multiverse? I'm sorry, I can't resist a cup of coffee, and I got my Black Panther mug. It was destined to happen today. Okay. This is going to be a very fun review. I've been waiting to do this one. Just didn't get around to it, and I had to take... Ow! Not going to get a paper cut. Ouch! Had to, yeah, had to really think through this review and the script. Okay. So we all know it's Earth 616, so just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I'm curious what the other Spider-Man variants and Morbius, Venom, Kraven, Madam Web's universe, it has to come from some sort of number. unless I missed something in a previous movie, or we just haven't been told what that live action universe is. We know the animated universe of the Spider-Verse. We know that at least. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. You ready, nerds? Because this is about to get good. Well, welcome back to my channel. It's the Daily Joker 77. We are reviewing Doctor Strange today, as we all know from the intro. That took a while to record. It took longer than I thought I was going to record. It took way longer. Anywho's, to start this peek into Doctor Strange's life, we have to start with a very particular sorcerer. His name is Caecilius, and his Eliots are going to Carmitage, which is in Nepal. Can't remember the fucking city, but fuck it. It's a temple. Houses the library with books of, sorcerer's knowledge over time. And there's the master of the library, or the guardian of the library. Well, they come in March, and yeah, he don't make it. He did not further into story. He didn't go further into plot. No, he was cannon fodder at that point. Okay. Yeah, he perishes, right, that's how I put it. Caecilius is there to steal ancient knowledge from a specific book. He tears out pages, and we'll find out why. We'll get there. Okay. Basically, I'll just say now. It was getting access to contact Dormammu through the dark dimension energy to be able to open up that dimension, and that would cause it wouldn't cause an incursion. It would just destroy Earth 616 as we know it. As we'll see later, it could have very easily. Dormammu is no one to be trifled with, apparently. So, yeah, the Ancient One shows up, and she whoops their asses, so now they retreat. And that was all done in the mirror dimension. It was really cool, actually. I loved how the first time you see these effects, it just blows your mind. Especially if you're stoned, your mind was very warped. Let's be real, your mind was getting warped, man. Damn, I need to shave. I just noticed that. I really need to shave here. Anyways. So he has his pages. They are paper. They're pages, dumbass. They're called pages. Oh, God. So, now we get to Doctor Strange. He has... Yes, I think I put it... He's brilliant, but arrogant, prideful, and egotistical. I think that's how I put it. He's a great neurosurgeon and all, but, yeah. He has an amazing surgery. I think he was... What? No, but I'm thinking What If, where he was given a reward for it or something. I don't remember. We'll get into the What If connections, because I love to dive into that show. Basically, how it went down at the beginning of it was where... Oh, that's tragic. That's going to be heartbreaking. Do I really want to dive back into that? Because it is part of the review here. We are doing a deep dive into the plot. As you should, during a review. So obviously, Christine Palmer, they're in love. They're in a relationship. Fortunately, in this universe... Yeah, Stephen Strange was on his way to a reward, yes, because in the 616 universe, he and Christine did not make it together. They were former lovers, but not in a relationship at this time. Anyways. I'm like, anyways. And the alternate universe, I don't even know what fucking number. I think they mentioned it in season 3 of What If. I can't fucking remember. I'll have to look it up. Whatever Earth this universe is where Christine... Yeah, we'll get to it. Doctor Strange is on his way to the reward. He is getting he's getting a call and everything, and then going through surgery, see what he wants to take on next. He got distracted, and then he gets into a car accident in his Lambo. Nice Lamborghini, by the way. And anyways, he injures his hands as a result of the accident. Basically, the nerve damage was inoperable in a way. very, yeah, that would be quite the painful injury because you lose all use of your hands. So like, oh my god, they had to repair his hands, man. And in the alternate universe I'm speaking of, Christine dies in the car accident. So we'll jump back and forth as we get to the connections here. So in 616, he loses the use of his hands. He goes through multiple surgeries. There were rods put into place to correct the bones and everything, with still being flexible and shit and mobile. But he can't do surgery ever again. Ever again. He has to go through experimental surgeries. He had to try physical therapy. Just nothing would work. So then he finds... where am I at? Where am I at? Here we go. Basically, this physical therapist leads him to Jonathan Pangborn. If I got that right, if I remember that right, that's why I wrote it down, so I'd remember characters. This guy lost all use of his legs, right? He was paralyzed, and then somehow he's able to walk again. He's like a brand new person, or the same old him, but he can walk somehow. And then Doctor Strange, without knowing it, is pointed to Kamar-Taj, where he doesn't know yet, but he will be guided to the mystic arts, which is, like I said, his destiny. He was destined for this. So, oh yes, he gets to Kamar-Taj, but before then he was robbed and everything, beaten up, and his watch was damaged, and that was all he had left by the time he gets to the doorstep. Eventually Mordo lets him in, and takes him in. Then he's given time to rest, and then he meets the Ancient One, which we didn't know. I think Tilda Swinton was a good pick for that role. That was perfect. Good casting. Yeah, he's introduced to the Ancient One. Like, brain is high right now, so trying to get through this high is hysterical. Like I said, Tilda Swinton, there you go. Keep going, brain. You're on a roll. Keep the ball rolling. Anyways, hold on. That's a good cup of coffee. Anywho's, I don't know how long I was holding this up. I have no idea. My brain is so fucking fucked up right now. I can't even make heads or tails of what is up and down. Anyways, she shows him multiple medical books, like, that are actual spell books, which is cool. They made them into spell books. I don't know how the fuck they did, but damn. So, yeah. This is interesting. This is where the effects got more interesting. She catapults him out of with his astral body through multiple parts of the multiverse, from what I gather. Yeah, he was in multiple universes, so he was traveling through the multiverse in astral form, and then she did name drop the multiverse, so it existed all this time. How do you think they have their powers? Duh! She explains it. She snaps him back into his body, right? And then when he tries to basically say, oh, this is basically bullshit, she pushes his astral form out of his body after that trip, He's like, what did you put in that tea? I'm like, oh my god, that's funny. I may be getting things out of order, but you get where I'm going with this, right? Eventually she shows him that she's drawing power from the multiverse to use as shields, weapons, spells, whatever have you. It's interesting, right? Okay. I'm like, flip. Now, we are introduced to Wong, who is the master of the library right now. Very perfect casting again. I love who the cast is, Wong, and that was just awesome. Like, he fit the role perfectly, and he's hilarious, too. He has very sarcastic, dry humor, and it's great. I'm sorry, I'm just adjusting how I'm saying to get comfortable, right? Anyways. Okay. he asks him what books he can get to further his studies because he's still training, right? Which he excels in, honestly, and his hands start to get better. He finds out. It's interesting, right? Then Wong shows him the 3 different sanctums, right? Which are London, Hong Kong, and New York. And they all form shields to protect the Earth, and everything, which is neat. And then there's 3 gates to access. There's gates to access them. 3 in Carmitage, 1 in each of the sanctums. Bam. So if one falls, you're screwed, pretty much. He also discovers the Eye of Akamoto, which he doesn't know houses an Infinity Stone. Then when he starts to go through spell books, the one specifically that Caecilius went through, he's able to repair the pages with, guess what, the Time Stone. He reverses time and also reverses ripping out the page, so creates a whole new page. Oh, it's trippy. And then he also tests it on an apple, and then blows your mind here. And then he starts to tamper with the multiverse with the Time Stone, which opens them up the mirror dimension, or that would not be the mirror dimension. It was peeks into the multiverse. He almost caused an incursion, actually. Bam! He almost caused a fucking incursion. So Wong and Mortal tell him to stop. They do not tamper with the laws of nature, and also, I don't think this is where... Did they tell him it's an Infinity Stone? Right there? No, he wasn't told that it's an Infinity Stone until the end of the movie. God, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Jesus. Sinking here. Oh, yes. Then, I'm sorry, I was looking at my script. I was literally focusing on this thing. Here, if this helps. Basically, Caecilius now contacts Dormammu using the page that he ripped out to open that gate, and channel power through the dark dimension. That's how he's so powerful after being a sorcerer, after all. Okay, here we go. And then once he gets orders from Dormammu, what have you, I think so. I think he gave him orders. Right? I think he gave him orders. Basically, what? To prepare for his arrival or some bullshit. So then Caecilius goes to destroy the sanctums. He starts with London. Or Hong Kong. Was it Hong Kong? I think. Hold on. No, he destroyed the London sanctum. My bad. Look to your script. That'll help you out. The Zealots. They eventually get to the Guardian. They're going for New York now, and they start with the Guardian. Then, yeah, dude drops dead, pretty much like a doornail. Strange stops Caecilius and the Zealots. Scott Adkins was actually one of the Zealots. I think that was really cool. They really showed off what he could do. So he separates the Zealots, separates Caecilius from him. Then he takes on Caecilius and stops him briefly, which, very funny scene, when the Cloak of Levitation was helping him get to. That contraption, that is just so wrong and so inappropriate looking. Oh, God. He is then told oh, my God. He is told, along with Mordo, and Wong. I think Wong was with him, right? No, was he at the Hong Kong sanctum? I get to remember. My brain is not functioning. I think yes, he must have gone to the Hong Kong sanctum. I think he went to the Hong Kong sanctum. We're gonna go with that, if I remember right. Yes. And then Caecilius reveals to them, how do you think the Ancient One has her immortality? She draws power from the dark dimension. Dang. And then he's able to escape, and then he gets in, and then Doctor Strange puts him in the mirror dimension, out in the fucking open. Like, dang. Yeah, they chase after Caecilius, they all fight and everything. The Ancient One basically puts a stop to it, and it's revealed with a symbol on her forehead. She's drawing power from the dark dimension. Then, after holding off as many Zealots as possible, she thinking. I'm thinking here. I'm thinking. Oh yeah, she's mortally wounded, dies at the hospital. Doctor Strange talks to her in their astral forms. Well, it ain't gonna be astral for long with her, pretty much. That he needs to step up to the plate, be the Sorcerer Supreme, stop Caecilius, eventually Dormammu, stop them both. So, yes. Okay, here we go. We find out the Hong Kong Sanctum was attacked and destroyed. Wong was dead, and then once Doctor Strange gets there, he reverses everything with the Time Stone, and Wong's then again alive, and everything. And then, here comes the fun part, when they're able to stop Caecilius and his Zealots for the moment. Strange goes straight to Dormammu, right up in his face, and tells him, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. So what we didn't know is that he placed a freaking time loop on the Time Stone. So basically, it doesn't matter what Dormammu would do to Strange, he'll just reverse it and he'll start again. Forever and ever, an endless time loop. So Dormammu was like, oh, that's cute, you come to bargain. Smack, he tries to kill him. Comes back, does it again. Comes back, does it again. Over and over and over and over. Then he's like, wait, what is this bullshit? Like, what the fuck are you doing, pretty much? I forgot what if connections. We'll get to that. Anyways, yeah, in that universe, I almost forgot Christine's death is what drove Doctor Strange to the mystic arts. And eventually becomes Sorcerer Supreme, stops Dormammu in that universe as well, as we can tell. But he went a little power hungry. We'll leave that for another debate. So, back to what I was saying. Dormammu and Doctor Strange, right? So then he says, Dormammu have come to bargain after he's saying, stop this, pretty much. He tells him to get his ass and the Zealots and Caecilius out of Earth 616 and back to your dimension, or I will never stop this time loop, and you are my prisoner forever, for all of eternity, because they can keep going and going and going. As long as the time stone exists, he can do wherever the fuck he wants. So then everything's reversed. Everything's good. Yeah, exactly. Dormammu gives in, they leave, Caecilius and his followers are gone. Then, Strange takes up residence at the York Sanctum, and then he is the Sorcerer Supreme, guardian of the Sanctum as well. As we all know in the post-credit scenes, we briefly see a little bit of Ragnarok, where he and Strange get to meet, and they get Loki, find Odin, and all that bullshit. Then another one, Mordo's going crazy, and I think he's hunting down sorcerers, and everything, taking their magic and shit. That's interesting. I'm thinking of theories. What theories do I have? What could have gone differently in this fucking events in this movie? What could have gone different? It could have been the roles reversed. Caecilius and Doctor Strange could have been reversed, where basically, like, Caecilius would be in Doctor Strange's role, Strange would be in Caecilius's role, right? Then Mordo, and then Wong would be one of the Zealots, would be Zealots and shit like that. The Ancient One, shit, could be, same role. Maybe she doesn't die in this universe. So eventually, Caecilius could lose Christine, kind of thing. And then Doctor Strange would just follow down the path of Caecilius, and maybe Caecilius doesn't make it, then Dormammu takes over 616, and Dark Dimension overruns it, the multiverse collapses from that moment on, to where everything else wouldn't have happened, because that would have been a huge incursion, probably would have broke the multiverse, because Doctor Strange's time, the sacred timeline has the events as it goes down, as we see how it goes down, then what if exists, right? There's all kind of possibilities. Strange Supreme wipes out where Christine dies, wipes out that universe into nothingness. basically, I think the incursion happened so badly it just wiped out that universe altogether. It went poof. And then, as we saw in What If Season 3, he comes back. It's Doctor Strange. He is the universe. In all honesty, it's cool. Um, yeah, everything could have gone very differently. We all know how the episode would have ended. That was very interesting. Oh boy. And yeah. I think that's all I got in me, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoy, and here we go. With our journey continuing into the multiverse, we will see more horror, tragedy, revisit, and conclude character arcs as well. Let's see. One of the trilogy, some of the trilogy I am missing is Iron Man 3. Missing that one. Let's actually look into what is missing. Well, we know technically Ghost Rider is horror. We know Blade is horror. We know Morbius is. Doctor Strange 2 is horror. Doctor Strange 2 could have been a lot more scary. We will get into that some other time. If I didn't at all, if I never got into that, if I never did, I'm sorry. I think I explained that in Doctor Strange 2 in that review. Yeah, Blade will be interesting. I haven't reviewed any of those yet. I'll have to rewatch them soon. I haven't done a good horror dive in ages in this series. Okay, I will dive into horror. We'll do the Blade trilogy. We'll do the Ghost Rider movies. I've already done Doctor Strange 2. I've done Morbius. So those are crossed off the list now. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yeah, this is all I got in me. This is all I got. Alright. If you guys are that fucked up, comment what you've been smoking on, comment on your edibles. Have a fun high. Watch Doctor Strange 2. Go through my reviews. Have a marathon. Binge it. Wherever the fuck you want to do. Yeah, up to you. Yeah, dive into some Marvel. Get with the program here. Alright. See you guys later.